Welcome back to Daytime PL. Now, critics have called Alex Nosa Ihama's Welcome to Greatness compelling and even challenging. He's here with us today to talk about the book and read a little excerpt as well. Thank you so much for coming today, Alex.
Thank you very much for having me.
Now, tell us a little bit about this book, Welcome to Greatness.
I'm a life coach, right? So I help people work through life challenges, and myself, I've also done that in my life. So Welcome to Greatness, I call it a roadmap on how you can take yourself from where you are to where you need to be, regardless of what you're faced with, whether in your finances, in your relationship, in your career. We all want to aspire. We aspire to grow. We aspire to get to the next level. And this is the roadmap to get there.
This is a question I've always wanted to ask. How do you become a life coach?
You become a life coach by becoming a student of life. You have to, like for me, I was going through a lot of challenges in my own life, so I needed to get life coaches. I wasn't calling them life coach per se because they were mentors, people who've been through those challenges. So they mentored me, and I gained some knowledge, reading books, attending seminars, and people started coming to me actually for help. And then I stumbled on the professional life coach, and I went to take some courses and get myself certified both in Canada and in the US.
Excellent.
Now, I'd like to take a moment and talk about the personal challenges you went through and the growth that you experienced from those challenges. Tell us about your personal story.
My story is a very interesting one, but like every other person's story, for me as a young man, I was very confused. I was very confused because most of what I was hearing was not what the people who were teaching me were doing. So it was like, more like the hypocrites, right? You're told not to do this, but they're doing that. So as a young man, when I left home, I really wasn't sure what to do, and I know a lot of youth out there today. That's why I really am very passionate about helping youth out. So I know this is the right thing, but most people are not doing it. So and there's the peer pressure and there's all that. So for me, even coming out of youth to become a young adult, I couldn't manage my finances. I couldn't manage relationships. I wanted what I want, when I wanted, how I wanted. Like
sounds like my life.
We can all relate in one way or another.
Yeah. So and to see that you can actually take control of your life and drive it towards the direction you want it to go. I just like, wow, people need to hear this. Yes.
Inception, Tales of New Beginnings. It's happening at the Sheraton Toronto Airport Hotel, November 26th, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Tell us a bit about that event.
Well, what this event is about is two major folds. There's a lot of activities. Number one is to formally launch the book, to tell people, listen, there's a roadmap for you now, just like, we get GPS today in the cars to take you. I had to use the GPS to find my way down here, right? So to launch the book. And then secondly, we're launching a program called the Inside Out Transformation Program. So like I said, as a life coach, I help people transform their lives from the inside, right? So, and you transform yourself, your mental, your mindset and all that.
Because that's what really matters.
Exactly. However, this program we're launching is to help people who are actually inside detention centers, inside homes of abused shelters or whatever. They're already physically restricted.
Yes.
Right? So we want to help them to transform inside out.
You could say they've hit rock bottom and they need help building themselves back up.
It's like you read a book. It's the same word I use, rock bottom. Like
there is a rock bottom we all reach, right?
So we're trying to raise funds for people who come to the show for $150. Of course, you get to have a 3-course meal at Sheraton. There's live entertainment and all that. But a portion of that goes to getting 3 copies of this book to every detention center across the country within the next 3 years. That's the goal we have. And then for the people in the detention center, we want to work with them to start giving them free coaching. I was at the International Coaching Federation meeting yesterday in the GTA. All the coaches met, and I also shared with them there are some coaches there that they are willing to go to the homes of abused women to be coaching them once a week, once every other week, and coach them on how to prepare to come out of those shelters, to come out of those detention centers and take control of your life.
It sounds like a great program, but I would love to hear an excerpt of that book right now. If you don't mind reading a quick passage for us right now.
Okay. I knew you were probably going to ask that, so I was thinking. I said, what would people want to hear? Like something that holds us back from achieving our goal is fear.
Yeah.
We're so scared. We're scared of so many things. So I thought there's actually a chapter in the book. It's called Empty Vessel. And what it means is fear is an empty vessel. It's just empty. Yeah. So I'm going to read a passage from that.
Sounds great.
Despite the ability to disguise itself as a less severe hindrance of greatness, fear is the most serious obstacle to success in everything we do. It has and continues to paralyze lives and jade dreams. It continues to deter the progress and accomplishments of many people. It continues to hold people back from becoming who they were created to be. Due to the fear of failure, of being ridiculed, challenged, persecuted, capable people regrettably restrain themselves from honorable opportunities to make a difference in the world. To overcome my fears, I had to act against them with passion. To conquer them, I had to fight against them with courage. Along the way, I learned that the only person who can truly stop me from becoming the achiever I was created to be is me.
Excellent.
Wow, that's very powerful.
Definitely is.
And fear is something really that either cripples us or inspires us to do more with our lives.
Absolutely.
And that's
Absolutely.
very unique.
Yeah.
Now, are you going to be reading excerpts from this particular event, the book launch?
Yes. What we're doing is there are 15 chapters in the book. We want to try to get 15 tables, so we're really looking for supporters and sponsors to come, and every table is a chapter. And I don't want to give away what the treats at or the plans we have, all the plans we have, but really every table we have the opportunity to go through a chapter and read a portion of those chapters during the event and what's inspired them. I know some people have read it. The book is on Amazon.com, it's on Barnes & Noble. You can order it through chapters. So some people have read it. I get comments from Twitter, Facebook, and all that. But yeah, this is the roadmap. It's really not different from most of the messages of gurus, of people, of sages, even spiritual messages. It's just put in a way that most people would understand because it's a true story.
Do you feel a personal need to help people, maybe influence their lives? Obviously you do, but why is that?
For me, I believe that when we were created for a very specific reason. There's another chapter in the book called Life Purpose. Until you find that, you are going to wander in vain in this world. And if whatever you're doing, whatever you feel your passion, your purpose is, if it's not enabling the life of somebody else, you may want to think again, because for the world to continue, you have to make a contribution. It's like business. It's like Rogers, right? So you're here making your contribution.
Exactly.
So you need to ask yourself and say, what contribution am I making for the world to be better?
Exactly.
Better than it was.
Thank you so much, Alex, for coming by.
Yeah.
Check this out. It's Inception, Tales of New Beginnings, happening at the Sheraton Toronto Airport Hotel, November 26th, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Make sure you check it out. We'll be right back.